Hi there, welcome to my video. Let me first off warn you that it won't be pretty. I'm not good at videos. This is my first ever. It'll probably be slightly lengthy, probably more than I want, or maybe I have to cut it down. Basically it's a welcome to Polar Design Space. Now what it is, Polar Design Space, it's a keynote which allows you to make a planner for Goodnotes. So you will need Keynote and Goodnotes. That's what it's been designed for. You can use a MacBook, but I'm doing this so that you can use it on an iPad, and I'm actually filming it on my iPad, and so that basically you can do it with your fingers or your pencil without having to use a MacBook or any computer. So I'll give you a wee quick talk through what's inside it. Right, when you download it, this is what you'll get, and you'll put this into either any one of your cloud drives, iCloud Drive, Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, or whatever. That's where you'll probably use it from. Everything in here is it's a template that are master templates you don't really want to touch. So at the top, I've given you a workspace. And as you can see, it tells you the proper sizes for depending on what iPad you've got. I'll tell you what sizes of templates you need, which you'll be able to download along with the Polar Design Space. I'll give you for the 12.9, the 9.7, the 10.5. This one is actually built on the 10.5 because that's what I'm using. Anyway, a wee look what's there. Right, base templates. What that means is, let me open it. Is when you start a planner, you need a backing for it. Well, you can leave it just plain white, but people want to put a backing on it because they're making it look like a journal, a book. So the back, if you look at a planner, you'll see when it's open, at the edges, you'll see the backing of the book. So this is exactly what that is. So there's a couple of templates here which are just masks. You can tap and fill. I'll explain that to you shortly. So you've got round edges, squared edges, same again with a stitch on it, squared. And I've put one in here because I've got some leather in one of my swatches on the iPad, because that's where you have to have all your swatches on your iPad in your photo place. What does it call it? Your camera roll. Right, so we've got square, round, and I've put this one in with a wee pocket on it. This is probably the one I'll use to show you how to actually quickly build a planner or journal. Right, so that's the base templates. Then what you've got after that is the page templates. And if you look at these, obviously you need a set of pages. This is a kind of image, signify pages, right? Then I've given you a basic monthly template, a basic weekly template, and a basic daily template. Also, I've given you, I think that's just a plain paper, but you can put that in yourself. I'm not sure, it's hard to see on this monitor. That's the ruled. I don't know if you can see that there. I can hardly see it myself on this monitor. That's the ruled. There's the square graph. There's a music paper, the dot grid, and the Cornell. Also, you have a monthly budget and savings tracker, and weekly meal planner and grocery list. And that's probably your blank there. Right, so that's the pages. I'll show you how to do that shortly. Planner pages done, right, and now we're going to covers. I'm not going to explain this in here. I'll give you a quick run through. The covers are you do in a separate, everything you do on here you copy and paste from here, don't touch the masters. But when you're doing a cover, you're doing it a completely separate one again, and I'll explain that to you later on. That's the 12-inch, 12.9 inch. That's the one I'm working on now, and that is the 9.7. So I'll explain that in a bit more depth later. Then you've got elements. They're basically just the buttons and stuff that I've kind of put together to quickly put a planner together. And there's also obviously the coil spring. You've got paperclip, chains, buttons, bits and bobs here and there, a couple of wee pockets there as well. Yeah, and spare places to put your own stuff. You can just keep adding to it yourself. Everything in here is mostly templates, and you can change everything. So we go to the shapes, more masks. Basically, they're all just basically colours. Within those colours, you just tap on them, and whatever swatches you've got, whether it be a fabric, a wallpaper, a colour, whatever you've got in your, it could be a photograph, whatever you want, you can put in it. You can change the sizes, the shapes. So just a wee look at the shapes that's there, and there'll be more getting added in the SD shop as well. Loads of stuff there, and obviously a place to put your own. Then I'll close that up. Then you've got frames. That's just basic frames that you can stick photographs, colours, whatever you want, swatches, depending. Half of the reason I put this together is because my daughter's an interior designer, and she wanted me to put together something that she can do on the iPad to do her mood boards, which I've got on here. I'll show you the templates. These templates, under templates, it's actually there for the current pages that you've got on it, the monthly and the weekly. They're basically masks that you can colour or put fabrics or whatever on, and as I say, for specifics. The next one is a planner that I sell on Etsy. It's the Polar Planner 2nd edition. That's just more stuff that you can put in there and colour them and whatever you want to put in them. Right, so that's the templates. And then you've got the mood boards. The mood boards, they're often used by interior designers, and you don't have to be an interior designer. Anybody that's starting a project and they want to put together a mood board, it's basically like the starters of a project that you would like to show somebody in your organisation, and you can quickly put them on your iPad. In Keynote, you can actually put them into Goodnotes. It's whatever you want to do with them. You can actually email them straight from Keynote. It doesn't matter. Once you save them as a PDF, you can do exactly what you want. You can mark them up. You can put extra stuff in. I like to put stuff in Goodnotes because I do all my markup in Goodnotes. It's a great program, so I've been using it for a long time now, and I've tried everything else and nothing compares, especially when it comes to planners, because it's the only one that I know of yet that actually allows you to use the tabs and links interactively. Right, so the mood boards, they're basically tap. You just tap, and you're not meant to do this in here. I'm just going to do it here just to show you. So you would just, because this is grouped, you go to double tap, and then you go up here to the brush, and you say replace. Then you go to your camera roll, wherever you've got it. I've got, I'll do that one. It's just a photograph I'm putting in, and you can see. And once you tap, you double tap again, and you can increase it, the size. You can move it about, and you're done. And you fill that board. Designers would be like cutting fabrics, settee fabrics, carpet, wallpaper, that type of thing they put in the mood board so that they can show their clients and stuff. So it's a great thing, and it takes you seconds to do, as you can see. But as I say, you don't do it in here because this is all your templates. I'll show you actually later on when we're doing the exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Right, so that's your mood boards. There's ones here for like Instagram, and you can do the Pinterest and Facebook, and what's the other one I don't use anymore? Twitter. So there's plenty there. There's plenty of pages there. If you go down the bottom, there's also tabs. These are basically, if you go in here, you can put all your own stuff in it. You can here and you name it whatever you want. You just click on the words, change it to whatever you want in your tabs, and that basically you can fill them up wherever you want. Right, so that's basically a run through of what you actually get in it when you download it. Now, along with this, as I said, you'll get a folder, and you'll get the templates the keynote templates, as well as the polar design space keynote. You'll also get keynote templates for the 3 different sizes of iPad, and you'll also get one that does the cover, which is a separate one. So let's go through and try and make up a what do you call it, a planner, right? So first of all, you've got to decide on what size of planner you're using. Is it the 10.5? Is it 9.7 or the 12.9? So I'm using at the moment the 10.5 Pro with the Apple Pencil. So that's what I'm going to do it for, and show you that way. So first of all, you come out of here, and what you do is, this is where I've got them. This is where you'll probably put them yourself, other than Dropbox or whatever cloud thing. Yeah, I put them into on the iCloud in actual Keynote. So first of all, I'll start with a template, and I'll look here for the iPad 10.5 landscape. That's the LS there, right? I don't know if you can see that. That's the LS here, just at the bottom left. So what I'll do first, I try and keep my template, so I usually just duplicate and copy. So I'll actually, with this on Keynote, you can just copy. So if I just copy that, and then I go back to design space, and I'll just paste it just outside the design space. So I've got it here. Right, so this is a presentation. This is your new. I'll rename that now. Actually, done. No, it's there at 10.5. Right, so I'll rename the 10.5, and I'll rename that to, if you hear any clicking, it's me clicking on the keyboard on the iPad. I'll just call it My Journal. My Journal. Done. So that's now the starter of my new journal. So if I open that up, you'll see I've got a page here. Right, so what I want to do now is start filling that up. So what do I need first? I need a backing for it first, right? So let's go out of here and back into design space, and let's go to, where are we? These are the backends. I'm going to choose one. I'm actually going to go for I think I'll go for the leather one, right? And I'll use a first page as well. I'll use this one. Now, as I said, in here you don't touch it, and all you do is tap, copy. Excuse me, got a dead sore throat. Then I'll come out of here. I'll go back into my journal. On the first page, I'll paste. So that's me got my backing for my journal. I also need a backing, so I'll add another page here to the journal. And this will be my first month. I need a backing for it, and it's leather, so we'll go back to design space, and I'll go to this one, and copy, back to my journal, and on there I'll paste that in. Right, so that's the starter of January. Now what I'll do here is, first of all, I'll add in another 11 pages for the months. I'll use my pen. This is quite slow, actually. I've got it connected to the MacBook. There we go. Pen seems to work a bit better. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, so that's your 12 months there. So yeah, that's 12 months. So we'll go back to that one, and then we'll go back to the design space, and we need the pages for that. So let's go to the pages. It's the first one here. So we just click on that, or tap, copy, go back to my journal. It's quite a big file, that one. And paste that. And that seems to be a wee bit far down, so I'm using the keys on the keyboard here to put out a wee bit. Seems okay there. So that's a starter. Now we also need a binder, a ring binder, coil, whatever you call it. So we'll go back here to design space, and if we get down to the elements part here, yep, I've got it there. I will use that one, and I'll copy and go back to my journal. There's a lot of back and forth, but it's just kind of taps, so there's no big deal there. And if you just paste that in, I'll take it down to about here, and up we go to about there. It's up to you where exactly you put it. That looks okay to me. Now, in these all these masks that I've done in here, I've actually grouped them all together. So if they're grouped, you can ungroup them, reshape them, do what they want, depending on what size of iPad template you're using. You'll maybe kind of scroll them up a wee bit and down a bit, and just kind of change the shapes just to fit whatever it is. This fits basically exactly into the iPad 10.5. It's because of what I'm using. So we've got the binder in there. What else do we need for that? We need, let's go for the monthly page. There we go, the month page there. So if we copy that, go back to my planner, and we'll put the paste. That's a month page again. We're doing big up a wee bit. Yep, I'm happy with that. It's looking fine now. Now, I need some buttons here, obviously, for January to December, and I'll put some buttons up the top there as well for extra pages, whether it be meal plans or notes or whatever. I'll just put the basics in here. You can do whatever you like to do and make your own. Even the buttons I've made up can be ungrouped. You've got to ungroup them anyway to link them, to sync them to the pages, but you can resize them. You can do whatever you want with them. Grouping them allows you to bring them in and back and forth the way you want them quickly. Right, so we'll go to elements again. We'll pick a couple of one. I'll do, so I'll put my finger on that one, choose it, and I'll hold it on that because I want to choose another one, and I'll do that one, and then I'll copy them both. Right, let's go back. I'll paste both of them in there. Paste. Let's start with this one. Right, so to click outside, click that one, and move it up the top. Come down to about. It's entirely up to you where you put your things here, but I like to keep it quite close to the top. Depending on the size of your lettering and the size of your pages, it's really dependent on where it goes. So I'm quite happy there. So I want to send it behind those pages. So you'll come up here and you'll see this slider at the top. That keeps putting it back behind. There you go. That's it, went behind. So that looks okay to me. So I'll select this one and I'll put two fingers on it to turn. Oh, didn't want that. Undo. Undo's your friend. Always use the undo button, and then that way it goes back to exactly the way it was. Right, so I'm going to switch this around. There we go, 90 degrees. And I'll move that to the side. Right, that looks alright there actually, so I'll just put maybe one up. And then again I'll go back up and send it to the back of the pages. I don't want it to go right back behind the binder as well, but still got to go yet. There we go. Does that look even? A wee bit down, I think. Yeah, that seems fine there. So that's your buttons on it. Now, what I'll do at this point is, people do it different differently when they're making planners. They can do every individual page and then paste the buttons on and link them individually. What I like to do, I'm not going to do it right through, I'm just going to show you roughly. What I like to do is do all the links for the months and for the pages, and then that way when I copy everything over, everything is, I don't have to repeat everything again. So what I'll do is I'll show you, I like to do the tabs instead of the lettering, the text for links, but you have to ungroup everything first or else it won't work. Right, so let's, if you see the middle there, I've actually selected text. I could link that text, but I don't want to, I want to do the tabs. So it can be pernickety. So there we go, and I'll link that. And now that is January, which is the page I'm actually on at the moment. So that'll be page or slide 2. So you'll say link settings, link to slide, slide 2. And that's you, just tap somewhere else off. And you'll see the wee blue circle with the arrow in it. That tells you there's a link there. And you can check the link with just tapping it and saying link settings, and it says here link to slide 2. Right, so you can see over here 2 is the January one. So it'll be January, February it'll be 3, March 4, and so on. So I'll do another one. Undo. Can be for negative. What I will do here is put that out a bit so I can see where I'm going. Maybe that's not a good idea. There we go, did it. Right, so what I want to do now is link that. So link, and I want that to link to slide 3, link to slide, link to slide number 3. Done. So that's you done. That's actually went. I'll use the arrows to bring that back down again. Probably it there. Still another one. That should be it now. Right, I mean you can set all that up later on. Right, so basically that's what you do for all them and all the buttons at the top, you link them. What I would normally do now, after I did all that, is I would link these top buttons to extra pages beyond these. And then in between each of these, I would put put 5 anyway. Most of them are 4, but there's some months that get the 5 weeks in it. So what I would do, I'll do one. So first of all, I'll show you what I'll do with the months. Once that's all finished and linked, I would just tap up here and select all, copy, and then just carry on copying down to all the pages with the months on them. Just keep clicking paste on down. Obviously they'd all be finished first. Then once I'd finished that, I would tap on there and add another 4, 5, say 5. I know it's only 4 for January, but we'll put 5 in anyway because you always just delete them. 4, 3, 4, 5. Right, so then I would copy that, select all, put that in there, paste it because all the links would be on it. The only thing I would do is delete the January month page from it, and delete, and it's a blank now. So then I'll go back into design space, and I would go and look for the week page, which is this one. I'd copy that, copy, and I'll go back to my journal, tap in there and paste. Still a bit low, but take that up a wee bit. Looks fine there. So that's you now got a week's page with all the links on it. So from there, all you would do is again select all, tap into your week pages, and just paste everything in there. Oh, back again, undo that. Right, and go back there, and I'll tell you why that is is because is that what it is? Tap select all. Hold on, didn't go in. Paste. Right, let's put it in again. Put it a wee bit. Yep, do there. Then select all. Yep, selected this time. And copy. And go down. Paste. There we go. So that's your weeks. You just do that for the 5 weeks, and then if you don't need the 5th week, you just delete it. Alright, so that's your monthly pages, your weekly pages. You carry that all down, and at the end of here, everybody does it differently, depending on how you design your but this is just the basic one. At the end, you would then put more pages in and put like your notes, meals, money, health, extras, fitness plans, whatever you want in it, whatever you want in your planner. So that's how. Now, what you would do. That's how a basic planner is made, and that's how easy it is to do in here. After you've did it all, I'll show you what you do here. Right? Obviously, this is not complete, but you would go into the 3 wee dots up here, and you would export. Now, if you've got Goodnotes already on, you can export straight into Goodnotes. Your PDF will go straight in. So you go into Goodnotes. There we go. That'll export it, and you just pick whereabouts and what category you want it. I'm just going to put it in the project, and then it'll download to it. And that's how it looks in your Goodnotes. As you can see, no spaces. Everything is all. That's because of the sizes. Oh, right. That's kind of how it looks. And it's a full size. It's not. There's only spaces you'll see if it's a round edge. If you wanted to do the straight, you wouldn't have any there at all. But so that's it. And then obviously, you've got the basic and the iPad. That sizes, the sizes I've given you in the templates are exactly the correct size for Goodnotes. You just tap and it comes back down. The banner comes back down, so you can actually start marking up. So that's how you get into Goodnotes, no problem. I'm not going to do the cover here at the moment. I'll do another video for that, but you just basically do that in another template, just the way you did the My Journal template. You do another template, but you pick the journal one, and they should all be put into one of your clouds, your cloud drives. I've got them in here in my iCloud drive, but inside Keynote next to my design space. It's easier for me to do. Right, so we'll go back to design space. Obviously, I don't want to be this to be too long. I'll always do more. We'll go back to the design space and have a wee quick look at here's the elements. Right, if you were doing, say, stickers, right, say you wanted to let's go to elements first, right? We'll get a pin. There we go. We'll do this. Copy that. I'm going to use the workspace at the top. Paste it there. Then I'll go down. This is so you're not touching any of these templates, I'm going to copy them. Let's go to a shape and go to a hat. Copy that. And workspace. Paste it there. Right, so what we want to do now with these is double click and go up the top, brush, replace. Go to swatches, and I've got some glitter in here, so make them glittery. I'll do the same with this. Up top, replace, swatches, glitter. Right, but I also want to put these together. I'll use too much. Oh, it's not bad at that. There we go. Now what you do is, I don't know if you're used to the iPad, but you hold it, moves, and then you tap the other one. I've got to do it with this finger for some reason. And then tap the other one. Right, so that's it, both selected. Group. and that's you got it. So what I would do from here is, now that I've used the workspace and nothing else, I would just click and copy that. Copy, and I'll take it back into my journal. Now, I'll tell you another way to do it as well once I do this, right? So, say you were just want to put a button in, but maybe you wanted to link it. Because it's a front page, you want to use a wee, which I've seen people do. Go for that. So not pasting. Oh, wait a minute. Paste up here. Paste. Right, so we resize that. Move it smaller. And you can use that as a button to link it to a page. Say you've maybe got an extras page or a stickers page or whatever, and you just put stickers on there and you put a wee heart on each page and it takes you right to the stickers. Just another idea, but as I say, the only thing that holds you back with this is your imagination. Right, so the other thing is, if you wanted to make a page of stickers, the first thing you do is, what we did there was we went in and we used the design space. What you would do is you would fill that up, right, or put another page in, right, so you do this, make sure you're on that one up there, right, you just put another page in, and we'll copy that. I'm not going to do all of this, but I'll just cut that actually, and just use it as like another workspace. Paste. Right, so what you would do is you would fill that up. I mean, if you wanted to, you could always do portrait, but not from within here. You would need to do another keynote. But I would just fill this up, and you're only going to put it into your keynotes. Again, do the same as you do. The problem is you can't do it from in here. What you have to do is copy the whole slide, right? Copy, and then go back, and then open a new one, right? And it's entirely up to yourself what you do. I would just open it. It's only one PDF. You want, it's the same way you would do the what do you call it, the cover, only there's a template there for this, but you don't need that for this. You just delete that. In fact, you don't even need to touch that. If you go up here and paste in there, that's there, and you just do that and delete that one. Right, so that's, you've got one PDF full of all your stickers, and then all you do is, you'll do that not the first time, you add export to a PDF. You make it up quite quickly because there's only one on it, or at least it should. Try again. Export PDF. Choose to send it to Goodnotes. Put it in a Goodnotes. I'll actually, yeah, I could put it in there. I'm going to create a new document and put it in there as a sticker book thing. You can actually use this as a sticker book. Project. There you go. So that's, you got it, and once you've did that, I don't know if I think you've got to lasso these, but yeah. So you would lasso, do a screenshot, right, and I normally just copy, paste it back on, and then I crop it. And I'll use freehand for this because I just want a wee white border around it. Do that quite quick. Doesn't need to be perfect. It's up to you what you want. There's also a wee program. It actually takes the alpha completely off it. It's the white background, and you can use it just like an image. So if you want to do that, you can download that. I'll actually, if you give me a second, I'll just check. It's called Magic Eraser. So, back in Goodnotes, you now just lasso and you move them about. That one's part of it, so you can't really lasso that. Right, so move that there, lasso, See, that's part of it. You've got to actually do a thing before it. So what I would normally do then is now lasso that, cut it, and you can either go and put it in your planner or use another page as part of your sticker book. Paste. Resize. And so on. So basically that's it. You can make loads of stickers and all sorts. So we a quick run through of the where are we? Keynote and presentations. So we go back to design space. So the polar design space is full. I'm actually just going to delete that. Delete that. I like to keep this nice and tidy. So you've got everything here. But I don't know what I said to you about the mood boards, but the mood boards are really good. That's a lot of people are asking me for them, something quick. Right, and that's the tabs. So again, shapes, quite simple. I'll do it in here. I'm not supposed to do it in here, but I'll do it in here. You want to shape again up there. Brush on image, replace it with whatever you like to replace it with. If you want to replace it with a colour, you see that black, just because I've got it's a program I use. It's Parallel Pro, I think. It's Palettes Pro. I'll just show you where it is. I've been using it for a lot of years now actually, but it's down here, isn't it? Can't remember where it is. I'm using it this week. Yeah, there we go. Colours. Palettes Pro is. I used another couple of years, but very rarely. Palettes Pro is an excellent program. Get it. Again, so if you just double tap that, and you can increase that out the road, and that's you. So if you wanted to say brush again, replace that. What do you want to replace it with? Let's go to the swatches. So I wanted a nice wee pattern here. You know, anything you want in it. So I'm just going to delete that, and go back again to where it was. I like everything neat and tidy. So that's basically it in a nutshell. So if you want that, it'll be probably on the Etsy shop this week. Hopefully. I'm almost finished. I've got a couple of other things to put in it, so there's a bit extra there. I don't want it. It's already quite a big file. You probably won't be able to download it from Etsy, because they won't accept anything over 20 megabytes, and it's way above double that at the moment. What I'll probably do is from Etsy you'll download a Dropbox link, and that'll take you to Dropbox, and you download it from there, and you can do that straight into your Dropbox or wherever you want to put it. So again, thanks very much for listening to my terrible first video, and I hope it wasn't too bad. And if you like the video, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. So thanks very much. So bye.